Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I was colouring this page last night. It was a whip. It's been a whip this for about 3 weeks, so I thought I'd better get it done. And it's from the Turquoise Wild 6, the newest one, and this is the first page that I started. It's lovely, this one. It's lovely. I think it's one of my favourites with all the sea creatures in it. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Anyway, I was colouring the hair. And I thought, why not share this on the channel, because I think that's such a beautiful combination of colours and the depth that you can get it. So I'll colour these last 2 strands. Now I've done all the pencil work on this in Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils, and the background was with the Daniel Smith dot cards that I kindly got sent. Just testing out numerous colours, as you can see, but I wanted to finish the actual illustration itself. I used the Zest-It blender for the skin because I'm not that great with polychromos and skin, so that Zest-It blender makes it super duper easy for me. So I'll start off with the lightest colour, and I need a new one. I need a new one. It is light cobalt turquoise 154. Now I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There you go. So that's your lightest shade. I did get asked about these pencil extenders. I just purchased them off Amazon. If I can find them, I will link them in the description, but they are hit and miss. You have to really fiddle with them to keep the pencil in there, and I would like to get some wooden ones. I think Derwent does them. Anyway, the next shade that I went in with is these bloody gold, why can't it just be black? Blush turquoise 149, if the camera will pick that up. Well, it's 149 anyway. And then dark phthalo green 264. Can you tell I really struggle reading these? And dark indigo 157. So it's just them 4 colours that I used. And I'll just show you how I did it. It's super duper easy. So I don't usually do this, but because the book is spiral bound, if I try and colour there, the spiral will get in the way. So I'm going to have to turn the book, unfortunately. But I just did a very thin base layer of the lightest shade. I really need to purchase another one of these. I hate not having backups. And this is one of the colours that I've not got a backup. I do wish that I'd done the lips a different colour. I think it clashes a little bit. But it's down there now and I've done it. So yeah, just a thin layer of that, nothing special. You know, I'm not even keeping to the lines of the hair there. Actually, I'll bring you in just a little bit closer. And the light's casting a shadow. There we go. And I'll zoom in. This camera takes absolutely forever to zoom in. I do apologise, but that should be a little bit better. There we go. Yep, so the next colour is the bluish or blush turquoise 149. I will try and keep it like this, but it's going to be irritating. I'm going to start off at the top and pull that colour down. I'm sure you've seen many tutorials of colouring hair, but this is just the way that I do it. It's the way that I find it easiest. So this strip here, I think that's meant to be separate, so I'm going to treat it as it is separate. So I'm pulling the colour up and pulling the colour down. So I'm going to go past this point because I want my highlight to be around about here. I mean, and if you're feeling super fancy, you could put another highlight there. But I think, again, that's a different piece of hair. So we'll treat it as it is. How I'm seeing it anyway. Pulling the colour up and down. and then bring this side up, and then you want to leave a highlight in the middle. Now you don't want it to be like a line, you don't want just a line. You can see there, I'll show you what I mean as I'm doing it, but you don't want to leave just a really light or white line. You want it to look a little bit natural. So in random places I'm pulling it a little bit further forward, just so I'm not creating a line. And then I went in with the dark Phthalo green 264, and the exact same thing, but don't pull the colour down as much. You want to leave some of that blue underneath popping through. Over the top of this bit, you're pulling it down and pulling that side up. Leave some of that highlight. Oh, I can hear a train. I wonder where that's coming from, because I'm nowhere near the tracks, I don't think. The train tracks. Then pulling it up again, but not pulling it up as far as the blue. And then in with the darkest shade, which is the dark indigo 157. And exactly the same, but don't pull it as far as the green. So you're leaving each of the colours to pop through. Now with all the other strands, I went back and fiddled, did a couple of layers of each of the colours, and each of them was different each time, just so they don't look identical. It's difficult working on the edge of the paper. What I might actually do as well, I don't know if it'd look any good, is add maybe some white details and then like wispy bits, or maybe I can do wispy bits with these colours maybe. So this colour needs to be pulled up more. Now these are really hard pencils, the polychromos, and I still managed to break them. And I mean, the Erogitons are hard pencils, very very hard. They hurt my wrist when I'm colouring with them, and I still break them. So don't be surprised if you hear that's just me being really heavy handed. Right, so what I'll do now is go over with the lightest colour pencil, go over the whole of the area. Now I didn't use the zesty with the hair, I didn't feel like I needed to. I'm just using a medium to hard pressure. Trying to really get rid of the white of the paper here. And I feel like I need to go back in. I need to go back in with a little bit of blue and then a little bit of the dark indigo, just to deepen it up a little bit. And then pull that up. Let's go in with that indigo now. Now you want your pencils as well to be really really sharp while you're doing this. So as you're going, turn your pencil to try and keep it, that tip, as sharp as possible. And that very last bit. So I'm going to sharpen the pencils now, and I'll do that off camera because it is quite noisy. So they should be sharp enough now. But you get the idea of the effect that I'm going for. I might try and add some of them wisps now. I'll show you what I mean. You know, like fly away hairs maybe. It's got a lot of static static hair. So I can turn the page now. I'll keep it as it is so you're seeing it like that. So I zoomed in for the last one. I did forget as well to add a little bit of grey on the eyes. I do like adding a bit of grey and a bit of pink sometimes. So your thin layer of the light cobalt turquoise, isn't it? Yeah. It's getting that small now, the pencil. It's difficult to read it even more so. And then in with the darker blue, which is 145. Let's start adding some depth. Being a little bit more careful around the face. Now I do believe this is just one big chunk, so I'll treat it as it is that. And then come from the other side. I want to make this a decent size highlight, just like one of these ones. So I'll leave a lot more space in between. And then in with the green, which is 264. Start off at this side, why not? Some people find this really relaxing doing hair. I don't particularly. Dark indigo 157. I mean, I don't mind it. But being careful around the face again. go with the lightest shade now, but I've got a funny feeling that I will add another layer or two with the green and the blue, maybe all three colours. Yeah, I think I want to add a little bit more blue. Just a touch. And then a little bit of the indigo. I think I'll leave the white highlights for now, because I don't want to spoil it. I really like this colour. So I'm quite happy with that. So that's how I colour, would you call that turquoise? Turquoise hair? I think so. I think so. So a couple more little bits and bobs to this page and it is finished. It's finished. I enjoyed doing this one. I will have linked in the description this book and the pencils that I've used and the zesty that I spoke about if I can find it. Amazon's been hit and miss lately. I've been looking at things or looking for things to link it and then it's completely disappeared. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, please do leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.